Well, unfortunately, my technology or my knowledge of my technology was not sufficient to allow me to share my PowerPoint presentation uh, while I was broadcasting this morning. So that's why I'm a little late because I tried to be on time, but I sort of screwed it up. But we'll try to get that fixed someday. What I was going to share with you was my liner notes, a trip through the tarot trumps, if you will. My liner notes to the 1998 record album, The Music of the Tarot by David and Richard Gordon. And you can still buy it on everywhere on Sequoia Records. So here's what I said, and it's just a quick trip through the tarot trumps, and I was going to show you blow ups my PowerPoint presentation of the images that I've drawn from Tarot Ceremonial Magic. But it was not to be. Here we go. For centuries, the beautiful and mysterious images of the tarot have captivated the imagination of Western civilization. The earliest examples date from the 14th century, and it's commonly believed they were introduced to Europe by nomadic gypsies who used the 78 cards as a fortune-telling device. But as modern students have discovered, the tarot is much more than a parlor game. It's a living, evolving pictorial picture book of the divine. The entire deck is structured and organized in concordance with the ancient principles of Hebrew Kabbalah. Each card is not only represents a divine aspect of nature, but visually triggers a corresponding psychic center in human consciousness. The major arcana, or the trumps. Divine wisdom is foolishness to we mortals. What made the pre-existent absolute forsake the pure bliss of nothingness in order to initiate creation? We cannot answer that. We only know that the universe springs from a great zero. Appropriately, our odyssey begins as a babe in a blue egg or a handsome young fool, neither male nor female, gazing guilelessly into the sky before stepping off a precipice into a vast abyss. Tumbling through the void, the fool becomes the all and is transformed into a progression of archetypal characters and images. As the magus, the all becomes a self-conscious, directed, concentrated will. This cosmic magician functions as a conduit, transferring that which is above to that which is below. The weapons of his magic are the wand with which he creates, the cup with which he preserves, the dagger with which he destroys, and the disc with which he redeems the world. His counterpart is the high priestess. Only the virginal goddess of eternity is worthy to become the great mother of fertility. Her chaste truth is of such purity that it can be veiled only by undulating waves of light. As the magus is the will of creation, the high priestess is the idea. The union of the magus and the high priestess transforms them both, she into the empress, the great mother goddess, gate of all life, and he into the emperor, lord of patriarchal power, imperious director of energy. His marriage to the empress is of primary importance to the governance of the cosmos. for their child, the Hierophant, will unite the macrocosm, the world of the gods, and the microcosm, the world of humanity. He is the God-man, symbol of human evolution in the new age, when each of us must be responsible for our own spiritual destiny. That which is above is united and harmonized in each individual with that which is below. There is no bond that can unite the divided but love. In the Lover's card, all the previous tarot characters achieve their synthesis. Ecstasy dissolves the illusion of separateness. Through the thundering silence comes the oracle of the gods. Riding as a triumphant king, the knight of the Holy Grail conveys the precious secret of life in a starry canopied chariot. The blood is the life, cosmic equivalence of evolving DNA, carried by the charioteer through the sea of infinite generations. The process of creation finds the perfect partner in the manifest goddess of adjustment or justice. With her golden scales, she equilibrates all energies, forces, and principles. Against the feather of her perfect truth, she weighs the heart of humanity. The hermit stands upon his lonely mountaintop and gives his light to the world. It's also he who descends into the underworld of our subconscious. If we allow him, he'll guide us to the celestial heavens of superconsciousness. From this spiritual vantage, we see the cyclic nature of creation, an ever-changing, ever-increasing, ever-diminishing wheel of fortune. The power which turns the wheel is the primal, undirected lust or strength of solar energy, symbolized by a beautiful goddess astride a great lion. It is she who now bears the Holy Grail. The still blue waters that suspended the fool as a babe serves also to reflect. Is it you, or is it the hanged man who is upside down? His self-sacrifice is not an occasion for mourning. Death itself is life. The caterpillar dies, so to become the butterfly. The maiden dies to become the mother. Without the great transformer, there can be no new beginnings. A royal marriage, the alchemical union of opposites, is celebrated in the art or temperance card. Male and female, sun and moon, are conjoined to create the elixir of life. Fire is poured upon water, water upon fire to produce the rainbow seal of a divine covenant. All matter is born from the blending of darkness and light. The fearful appearance of the devil projects the illusion that we are hopelessly enmeshed in material existence. But the material world is our school, not our prison. Ignorance and superstition are the true devils that would bind the human spirit. So long as our eyes are closed, we remain in darkness. Old fears and attitudes must be destroyed like a lightning-struck tower. Once illusion is annihilated, true meditation can begin. Illumination arises within, like the evening star. Like images in our dreams, the moon is a portrait of our shifting unconscious. She appears to shine, but merely reflects the light. She appears to change shape, yet that is only her ever-changing position to the sun, the true symbol of life, light, love, and liberty. Our ancestors, in their ignorance, saw the sun as a dying god, sacrificed daily and yearly, only to resurrect in the morning and each spring. So deeply ingrained was this image that we believed ourselves also to be subject to death. A death that required continual, elaborate rituals to assure our life after death. In older tarot decks, this process was portrayed in the card titled The Last Judgment. With the new aeon, however, has come the dawn of new consciousness. We know the sun does not die, nor does it need to be resurrected. Night, winter, and death are all illusions, simply a shifting of shadows. Our spiritual identity has now shifted from earth to the sun. As such, we close the cycle of trumps by taking our proper place in the universe, dancing like the divine fool in the center of the belt of the zodiac, ready to withdraw once again into nothingness. Again, that would have been so much cooler with the image of the tarot in a screen share situation, but alas, my Facebook technology was too much for this old pedestrian brain. But anyway, I have a wonderful interview with my friends from Watkins Books in London coming up, and I've got other things that I must get onto today. So if anybody can give me a few little hints or guide me through how to screen share at the same time that I broadcast here on my Facebook show every morning, drop me a line. Let me know how easy it really is. Until tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will.